Welcome back to another video on the Nortex Mining YouTube channel. Today we are going to take a look at our friend, hey, if you're watching, Chris, hey, what's up, friend? Fellow small-time miner Chris Bagnell and his 4K subscribers and his, 4,400 viewers. Let's take a look at this video that he kind of went through towards the end of January, and he's frustrated with some earnings, and this is his here, this virtual cobalt nuthatch, and just a few hexes away, there's this ripe raisin condor, getting a lot more witnesses than he is, and he's kind of wondering, does he need to upgrade to an 8 dBi antenna, or is he okay with his 6 dBi antenna? He's kind of frustrated. So, I think the most important thing when it comes to placement, a lot of people say location, location, location. And yes, that's right, but what really needs to be emphasized is elevation, elevation, elevation. Because if you're not at the same elevation as your neighbors, you're not going to see as good of earnings. So, Chris, don't get frustrated, get curious. This Explorer view is great, but it's two-dimensional. It's hard to tell what's going on. So I would suggest, for you to help out your viewers, I think what you probably want to do is you probably want to take a three-dimensional look. So let's just go to one of these simple elevation tools. And I know in the video you mentioned, hey, your neighbor's at 11 meters, I'm at 10 meters, I don't really know what's going on. But let's take another look here. So if we go to Hotspotty, here you are over here, virtual cobalt nuthatch. And what you want to do is you want to hit this gear icon, and you want to go to appearance settings and turn this elevation contours on. So this is going to show you the different elevation levels on the map and help you with your placement. It'll help you identify better opportunities for identifying hills. So that's exactly what's going on here, Chris. This is you down here. It looks like you're probably between the 50 and 63 meter mark here in terms of elevation. And here's Condor over here, kind of sitting 1, 2, 3 elevation levels higher here. He's between this 88 and 100 meters. So I mean, and let's verify this data some other way, right? I mean, who knows? Maybe Hotspotty might not have the most up-to-date elevation. Let's go to another tool like this topographic-map.com. Another one. I mean, here you are at about 152 feet, and Condor is probably going to be somewhere in here, right at about 321 feet. So what looks to be a 1 meter difference on the Explorer is actually more like a 51 meter difference. So it's no wonder that your neighbor here is absolutely able to see hotspots that are a lot further away. And I mean, I'm not a history or geography teacher or anything, but I mean, anything close to water or rivers is definitely going to be lower elevation than anything else, right? Water finds the lowest point to run, and it goes. So if you or your viewers are at the low point, or really close to a river, or anybody really looking to optimize placement, I'd suggest looking at some sort of elevation maps, whether it's on Hotspotty, which it's kind of difficult to tell with these oranges and yellows. They kind of all look the same, so I like this tool a little bit better. It's got a little bit more richer of a color palette, I suppose, here, so you can really tell quickly what's at a higher elevation or not. And I mean, in general, you want to be in these top two colors to be able to see pretty far out. And I mean, so let's just kind of zoom out. I mean, you can see here everything along the water is just at these lower elevation levels than the surrounding area. So maybe, I mean, maybe you might have some friends that live over here or live over here. Those would be the friends that I would want to talk to and say, hey, can we get something set up and see if you can get something on their roof. But as far as your placement goes, let's see here. So around the 21st is when you made that video, and I mean, yeah, tough week leading up to that. But in the week since, I mean, looks like your earnings have kind of come back up. So things are gonna vary a lot. The other thing I think to look at here is the health of the network, and during that time, I think it looks like the validators were also having a hard time pumping out rewards. So if this ever loads. And here it comes. Right. Oh, still waiting. Okay. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things happening. The network's so huge at this point. There's gonna be growing pains. So, I think you just need to keep calm and mine on. Like these other guys are saying. Other fellow YouTubers. So yeah, I'd suggest take a look at something that's more 3D for your situation, for your viewers, for your own sanity. Because I get it. I get it. It's tough to stay positive when things aren't going great, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna look back in 5-10 years from now and say, man, I'm so glad I kept my hotspot online. I'm so glad I kept mining through the tough times. And yeah, I mean, this is all just gonna be a blip in the long run. So don't be discouraged. Let's us fellow small miners stick together and keep on keeping on. All right, catch y'all on the next one.